What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Straight Raw Media back with another video, and today we are going back to Forza Horizon 3 because I've been gone for a while. I've been on Need for Speed Payback. I just beat the game like a couple of days ago, and I just been making some cinematics on there. So today I thought, let's get back on into my roots. So today we're going to be doing a Touge tune, and I'm going to be giving y'all my specs for today. The car that I'm going to be doing is the 2011 RX8 RS, or not the RS, but the R3. And right now I'm just going around the car to show y'all how I done it. Nothing serious, something simple. And let's just get right to it. We're going to go to the upgrades. I'm going to show you everything that I got on the car. Then I'm going to go down to the tune and show you my tunes. We're going to start off with the intake. First thing that we got on intake is the sport intake. Alright. Then from there, we're going to move on. Ouch. We're going to move on to the fuel system. And we have a sport fuel system. Alright. Sport fuel system. And then for the injections, we have it stock. Alright. And then we're moving on to the exhaust. We have a sport exhaust on here. And then for the rotors, we have stock. We have a stock rotors. Well, for the rotary motor. Turbo is street. I just pretty much just upgraded the turbo onto the car and just left it how it is. We have a stock intercooler and a stock oil and cooling. And for the flywheel, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a sport. Yeah, sport. And that's going to be that. That's going to be it for that. Moving on to the platform, we're going to go to the brakes, and the brakes is going to be sport. I was about to say race, but on this one it's going to be a sport. So there's going to be no tuning for the brakes. Race springs as always, so I can get my spring rate dialed in. And we have a race and anti-roll bars. And for the rear, it's also going to be the race as well. For the roll cage, I'm pretty sure that's going to be stock for the chassis. And then for the rate reduction, I'm pretty sure it's like on a street. Yeah, street. Yeah, street rate reduction. So that's pretty much it for that. Moving on to like the drivetrain. For the clutch, it's going to be street. I know that for sure. Yep. And then for what is it? The transmission. The transmission is going to be a sport transmission. And then the drive line is also going to be a sport. And then for the differential, I'm pretty sure that is also going to be a sport as well. Yep, there we go. And that's going to be it for that. On this car, I put street tires on here because I wanted to challenge myself. So I'm going to show you that right now. They do have street tires. Right there, boom. And I didn't upgrade the tire width all the way up on the front and rear. Yeah, it's like one from the max, because usually sometimes you don't really need the max grip, the max tire width. I mean, it's helpful, but I just wanted to keep it around that range, just to make it a little bit more of a challenge for me. And then on the rear, I have 265s, as you saw. I think the fronts were 245s, yeah. And then just this right here is just going to be sped through. It's just nothing but the rims. And then for the tire, the rim size is they're both going to be stock. All right, and I didn't really put anything for the body, but I'm going to show you that I do have a stock motor on here, and the displacement, the drivetrain is rear-wheel drive. just to make sure that none of y'all think that I'm all-wheel drive and I'm taking these corners all kind of crazy like. And there's a turbo that I said that I had added onto the car. And altogether, I'm not sure if I showed this yet, but I think I am. Real quick, this car is going to have a max of 350 horsepower. I think I'm going to go to my garage and show that right after this. Oh, no, I'll just go straight to tunes. It doesn't matter. But, oh, here we go. Yeah. So I show right here that the car does have 350 horsepower at 240 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 2968. And the front has 52%, and the displacement, yes, as you know, it's a rotary. It has 11308. All right, now going to the tunes. The tune is pretty much what I already had done to the car, but I'm pretty sure I'll be doing some other things. Oh yeah, like right here, I thought the rear should be a little softer so I can, so the car won't, uh, so the car won't slide out on me. And that was 31 in the front and like 29 and a half in the rear. Uh, that right there is pretty much a stock for the gearing. And right here, the camber is at negative 1.2 in the front, and in the rear is at negative zero point 0.7. The toe has 0 and 0 for front and rear, and the caster is 5.7. Y'all can stop this at any time if y'all want to write this down, or just put these into to test it out at any time if you want to. I'm also going to be putting this tune up on in the stores if you want to try it out. Here it says for the front 28.67, but you don't have to be accurate. And in the rear it was like 1309 or something like that, and that was for the anti-roll bars. Right here I'm going to be putting a formula up for how I got my spring rate, and that should be popping up right about now. Alright, so this is the formula that I used to find out my spring rate, and it's just going to be the weight times the percentage and then divide that by 2. Alright, to show you an example, um, all you got to do is just go to your garage and then press up on the D-pad to bring up your telemetry of all your horsepower and your weight. And you're going to take the weight of the car, which you see here is going to be 2968, and then you're going to multiply that by the percentage on the front, which is 52%. So you're going to do 2968 multiplied by 0.52. All right, don't do 52 because if you do it's this, if you do 52, it's going to give you a whole nother number that just doesn't make sense. So 52% is you round that dot over to the left twice, and which gives you 0.52, and then you're gonna multiply that by the weight, and then when you get that number, you're gonna divide that by 2, which is going to give you your final percentage for the front. And then you're going to do the same for the rear. So if there's 52% on the front, you're going to do 48% on the rear, which is 0.48. And you're going to multiply that by the weight of the car as well, and then you're going to divide that by 2, which gives you the rear. And as simple as that. Okay, now that we got that out the way, we're going to move on to the ride height. I brought the ride height down in the rear because I wanted more stability in the rear, and I dropped it down about 2 clicks. Then we're going to move on to the dampening, and right here is pretty much standard a little bit. I brought the rear up a little bit, so it's going to be 11.7, 13.3, 5.2, and then 5.9. And then the arrow and the brakes are pretty much stock. I didn't the brakes are not stock. I have a sport brake, so I really can't really do anything with them. And then for the differential, I have a sport differential, and I got that set to like 17%. And that's about it. Right now, I'm gonna go out and test drive the car on
Hey,
my
Marcus.
favorite
There's a
track,
driver who's got a bit of a following.
and I'm
It
going to
might be
fast
worth
forward
bringing
through
them into
this,
your
and
lineup.
then I am going to show you exactly how the car drives. All right, before we get to the good stuff, I'm just gonna let you know that I do get into a couple of accidents while I'm driving. That's only because I'm going around a few blind corners. So yeah, just to give you a heads up. And also, like, this car is still like under construction. So I mean, I'm still working on it. So I'll probably stop once or twice just to tweak the car. So if you see me do that, you can just stop the video at any time and just just write down what I changed. All right, just to make this video go by just a little quicker, I'm going to fast forward through this first heat, and then I'm gonna slow it back down to where I changed the setup of the car, so that way y'all can change it on y'all, so that way y'all can pause the video and see what I done differently. And then for the last heat, I'm gonna just play it at regular speed, so that way y'all can see my skills at regular time, because I'm just a beast. So I'm gonna shut up.
have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
All right, to end this video off correct, if everything that you see in this video was to your standards and it helped you out, just go ahead and smash that like button. If you have any more suggestions on what kind of cars I should tune next, just go ahead and drop that down in the comments below. And as always, subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next tuning video. Peace.